All right, B. So this one came from some comments on YouTube. This gentleman asked, he says, honest question, how did billionaires like Warren Buffett and Bill Gates stack so much paper without being so dialed in on their health like you say you should?
Right. And I bet you that comment on YouTube was in response to a post that I made in the YouTube community where I said, you know, if you really want to be successful, you have to eat differently, train differently, wake up at a different time, like have a different morning routine than the average person. And so I think the example I gave is you got to be lean and jacked and athletic and all this stuff because entrepreneurship is a sport. And I remember seeing that comment where, well, what about Warren Buffett and Elon Musk? Those were the examples given, right? And so when someone points, and I know that's an honest question, but guys, I want to tell you, like when you're pointing out to a outlier, right? Like both Elon Musk and Warren Buffett are absolute geniuses at what they do. Like they were born with a high level of intelligence, emotional and actual like informational intelligence. The rest of us, if we want to be entrepreneurs, we want to be millionaires, we have to earn it. It's kind of like pointing to BJ Penn, UFC fighter, right? Back in the day, he had like an average body. He's not built like the typical UFC fighter who looks like an athlete with abs and shoulders and legs and
Lyman.
Yeah, right. Lyman, exactly.
Dude.
Lyman comes to mind.
Yeah, you just see him, you're like, yeah, I'm not messing with this dude.
Right. BJ Penn looked like someone that you would like just mug if you saw him on the street because you're like, this is an easy target. Yet the guy could absolutely annihilate someone. He just had like an average guy's body. Same with Eli Manning, New York Giants. He was a quarterback for New York Giants. He had just kind of bit of a pot belly, dad bod, whatever. And so people can point to those two, BJ Penn and Eli Manning, and go, well, they were at the peak of their sport. So if I want to be a professional quarterback in the NFL or a professional UFC fighter, then I could just go in there with my floppy dad body. No, because they were also genetically gifted. And some of these people that we're talking about, are intelligent to such a high level that they could literally be on a respirator and probably create the next big multi-bazillion-dollar business. Most of us, you and me, we're not them. We're not them. So we have to educate ourselves. We have to build a team. We have to build processes. We have to learn to think bigger. We have to learn to have better vision. We have to be able to learn to take the risks. Like what they did, those guys, to get there is not factory installed in us. We have to develop that. When Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, when they are dealt a bad hand in business, they can shrug it off. They just have the right formula of intelligence, financial intelligence, business intelligence, emotional intelligence. They have the right access, contact. They have the ability to bounce back. It's, I literally call it bounce back ability. They have the ability to just brush off something. The rest of us are like, holy fuck, what just happened? I'm in debt. Like you look at Donald Trump. He wasn't always in the best shape of his life. And there was a time that I think he was like $900 million in debt. And he was walking the streets of New York, Manhattan, going bank to bank that he owed money to and renegotiating his debt. Fuck, man, the average person who's in that kind of debt, they would just be like, I'm going to crumble and die under the weight of it all. So the rest of us have to build our emotional muscles, our intelligent muscles, our financial muscles, our physical muscles. We have to become so physically and mentally fit so that when the hardship comes in business, we can withstand the pressure. Those who are gifted and are unicorns, like the Bill Gates, like the Elon Musks, like the Warren Buffetts, like the Jeff Bezos, look, they're unicorns. The rest of us, it's like, you're a donkey. And if you're a donkey and not a unicorn, but you want to have a unicorn life, you're going to have to get fit, like create a network, find access to money, build your resiliency, build your emotional intelligence, become the type of person that people want to invest in, be fit, become a better communicator. These people are born with that shit.
How do you know if you're a unicorn though? Like, there's somebody watching like, yeah, I'm hearing this all sounds great, work out, get in shape and everything. Why not? But they're watching it like I'm a unicorn. Cool.
Then if you're a unicorn, 1 year from now, come back and post on this video that you are now a millionaire, that you're at least you've made $1 million a year from now. Because if baby Bill Gates, if a fucking 21-year-old Bill Gates was watching this and he's like, I think I'm a unicorn, and the motherfucker is, right? Like him or hate him, and I'm not a big fan of Bill Gates, but he's a unicorn. Warren Buffett, Elon Musk. They are factory installed, genetically capable at some things, right? There's, like I said, they're the Eli Manning and they're the BJ Penn of their worlds. They're unicorns. If they were in their teens and early 20s listening to this, they'd be like, I'm a unicorn, and they would be right. They would come back a year from now and post like, hey, I just created this new thing that revolutionized the world, and I've got $20 million that I've stacked in 1 year. The rest of you, if you think you're a unicorn, try it. You'll realize that you're a donkey. And you're a donkey, and if you want to be a unicorn, you're gonna have to get a plunger, fucking put it on your forehead. Then if you want to be a unicorn, you're gonna have to fucking work out so hard so that you can grow some wings and fly, and then you have to create contacts and networks and raise money and build resiliency and all that stuff. And listen, I'm not shitting on you, man. I come from the world of not being a unicorn. I had to learn everything the hard way. I was a donkey. The difference is I knew I was a donkey, and I'm like, I want to be a unicorn. So I had to build myself into a unicorn, which meant I also had to be fit, athletic, healthy, so that when the shit came, I could withstand it when I was dealt a bad hand. And believe me, in my journey as an entrepreneur over the last 27 years, I've had plenty of bad hands dealt to me. The most recent one in 2020 called the coronavirus pandemic. Like, it literally almost crippled Fit Body Bootcamp in terms of financially, had I not had all my other businesses that I could fund Fit Body Bootcamp with, and then we got it right side up. But dude, if I was emotionally weak, mentally fragile, physically dilapidated, I wouldn't have what it took for me to turn Fit Body Bootcamp around during the pandemic. So please, folks, don't point out a unicorn just because you're too lazy to get in shape. And don't for a moment let your ego run wild and make you think you're a unicorn when truly you're